So, of course, we are in Middletown Cycle, home of the giant bikes, and they've got some great bikes here. So, regardless of your level of expertise, come by and see Ross in the game because they've got a bike for you.
It's Middletown Cycling.
Yes, yes.
So I have to correct him.
Right, you always do.
But it's a great place.
It is.
Mean, yeah.
It is. And what we did was we are going to bringing you a segment each month on something that relates to cycling because what we want to do is get you ready for the bicycle season. And we like to see more people out there on bikes. So take a look at this piece. You know, one thing that we've been talking about is the season changing. As season change, people are looking at ways to get outdoors. And to get outdoors means a lot of different things for a lot of different people. Now, what are some things that you've been doing?
Well, I mean, I think the newest, I don't want to call it a fad, but the newest thing is bicycle riding or cycling. And I mean, it's just like more and more people getting into it, and especially more matured age people as well as are getting into riding bikes.
Right. Now, that's speaking for yourself. Me, I'm on the other end of that
Look
spectrum.
who's got the gray hair. My goodness.
But again, bike riding is a lot of fun. It's something that we started with as kids, and of course, we're in our older years now, and bike is something that a lot of people that are finding again. So we are here with Ross from Middletown Cycle Company, and welcome to Urban Lifestyles.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for having me here. I appreciate it. Or being here with us.
Yeah.
Well, the great thing with biking, to your point, is something that when you're a kid, it's a great way to get outdoors and get away from video games. And as you get older and have like knee problems, cycling is for 80-year-olds. It's for whoever. And I mean, even to the point now where if you're really, really decrepit, you can get a bike that has an electric assist. And so it's really for everybody. What we try to do here is there's so many different bike styles and different ways of riding. And you can see we have a lot of bikes around here, but there's really a bike for everybody. So when somebody comes in, we try to find out what kind of riding they're doing. Are they going to just ride in the parklands? Or are they going to go on long distance rides? And try to assess what their needs are, and then show them the options. And after the sale, we fix them and service them. And it's just we're really big in community involvement here too. We're talking to a local TV show and donate to local charities, and it's just a lot of fun. So.
Okay, Ross, so we're trying to get Denise fitted for a bike, so she'll be ready this spring, summer. So what are some of the things, how do you know the right size bike? Because as you said, they're all different shapes and sizes.
Shapes and sizes. The road bikes, they come anywhere from an extra small to an extra large, and there's like intermediate sizes. I've been doing this for a long time, so I can kind of look, she's petite and not very tall, so we put her on an extra small, and it typically work. But one of the things you want to match up, like put your Mrs. Maxwell, if you put your arms there. You always want to make sure that the angles line up properly so that people aren't going to be leaned over, they're not going to be uncomfortable. And then there's different, they make women's bikes, and I've never been someone that says women have to get a women's bikes, but when you're more petite like she is, the ladies' bike's really going to fit you a lot better because there's not a whole lot of 5'4" guys running around, so it's definitely going to fit better. And then a lot of these road bikes, even when you have a high-performance road bike, they still have comfort design. So back like in the 80s and 70s, all the bikes were like you're leaned over, you're not going to be very comfortable. And now you can have a sporty bike like this road bike, and it's still going to put you in a fairly upright body position. Like you see how she's not craned over, she's up looking. They have these extra brakes here, so that if especially when you're getting started, you have the extra confidence of braking.
Well, let me ask you a couple of other questions. What's the major difference in having a road bike, a cross-train, or off-road bike? So what's the difference?
So a real road bike would be, I would say, for someone that's like running or training and doing some real fitness things, because you can go do 20, 30, 40 miles. They're designed to have multiple hand positions, so you can grab different places, change, just for longer rides. Where a lot of people that are just getting into the sport, the hybrid is a great way to, they're a little bit less money, and you don't have to wear special pants, you don't have to get shoes or anything like that, and you just go pedal in the neighborhood. So if you're more serious and you are wanting to train and do some, bigger rides kind of like you do, you definitely want the road bike. But if you're a family and you just want to go get outside and have some fresh air, the hybrid's good because it's not as serious. So it's just really...
So someone like Denise, she's going to be riding with me some Saturdays. So if we're riding between 15, 25, 30 miles, this would be the way to go.
This would be a great bike, and frankly could do a lot more. If she gets to where she wants to do more, you could do 50, 100-mile rides. So, and they also make road bikes that have flat bars. So again, there's so many different bikes. It's an individual thing. Some people are nervous about these bars, and a lot of that I think has to do with back 20 years ago they were so uncomfortable. Now they're not, but a lot of people have that kind of thing in their head still. So the mountain bikes are fun too. You need a mountain bike if you can have roots and rocks and stuff like that. They make touring bikes. Say you're wanting to go across the country and pack stuff on it. So I mean, there's a bike for anything. They make a bike that you can tow like 400 pounds on.
So a couple of other questions. Of course, we're talking about the different types: road bike, off-road, cross trainers, and then of course there are a lot of different brands. And then there's buying in the store, there's buying online. So what are some of the shortfalls, the advantages of disadvantages to those two different processes?
Well, I mean, online is always an option because of price. They typically, you don't have to have service people and staff on staff and everything like that. The problem, if you're not a really mechanically sound person that knows how to work on bikes, if you buy something on the internet, you're just kind of thrown to the wolves. Okay. And value is something that's very important to me in my own life, and that's why we sell Giant bikes specifically. Giant is the world's largest manufacturer of bikes. If you buy Trek, Scott, Colt, the list goes on. You're going to buy something made in a Giant factory anyway. And it's you get better quality because it's their top engineers making them, and you get a better price. So that's why we like Giant.
So it seems like that you have found your bike.
I have. Ross was very helpful because it's about the switching of the gears.
Right.
Like if I'm going up a hill.
Right.
And I just didn't know, and he made it very easy. But I mean, cycling is so popular now.
Right.
All ages can do it. Everybody is riding bikes. I'm
Right.
telling you, you gotta
Right.
get with it.
Right. And I like the gear shift that you chose because you've got the button versus the little flip. So it's really cool. Well, you know what? I think that's our show.
And that's our time.
And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyle.
When I saw you standing there, your beautiful eyes and long brown hair, your smile was so inviting. I thought I might just take a chance to step to you that day. But you had to keep the truth away. You thought I couldn't handle the bags you brought with you. But oh, what must I do to make you